Hey guys, welcome to the Touchdown Table. I'm Ryan, that's Tyler, that's Jordan. And we are going to continue our division predictions, this time going to the AFC, predict the division winners for all four of the AFC divisions. Let's get right into it. This is a big video, one of my favorites. Jordan, we're starting with you.
Yep. Yes, and before I start, I would like to say we recently posted a video on the NFC division winners. I would just like to say sorry, and I'm going to change my pick already for the NFC West. And I'm going to say the Rams win. I'm not going to explain it because that's a different video and Ryan covered a lot of things. But I think it's going to be a close division. I just had the Seahawks losing one more game, and that changed everything.
Good call.
Thank you. All right. Now we're moving on to the AFC North. So we start with the AFC North, like I just said. And I'm going to pick the Cleveland Browns. Now, I am high in the Cleveland Browns. I'm not someone who's going to say they're winning the Super Bowl. I think they're going to win division, but I also do think that the AFC North I don't think it's going to be the greatest division this year. I think the Steelers have slowed down. I think the Ravens are going to slow down. I don't think very highly the Bengals. I'm sorry, Bengals fans. But I think the Browns are going to win this division. They're going to be able to beat these other teams, have a good record in the division. And I feel like they're going to win some games, in tough games. They're going to win. Like the Browns team, obviously getting Odell Beckham Jr. in the trade. They have Jarvis Landry ready, Baker Mayfield. I love Nick Chubb. That defense is a lot better. Excuse me. Gosh. But I think the Browns are going to win the division this year.
All right. I'm not moving this picture because I agree. Okay. I agree with a lot of what Jordan said. You know, the Browns are very hyped up, and I'm sure they're under a lot of pressure to live up to that hype, but I think they will. I think they're the best team in that division. They acquired a lot of talent in the offseason and in the free agency and in the draft. I really am a fan of Baker Mayfield. I think he did great things. I think he'll continue to grow as a person and a player in year two. I think Freddie Kitchens is a good coach for them. I like their running back core. You got Nick Chubb there, and then when Kareem Hunt gets back from suspension, he should provide a spark into their running game. And then you got Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham. I mean, how about that? You guys both went to LSU, buddies growing up, being on the same NFL team. That's really cool. I think they're going to make each other better in the receiving game. Then another LSU connection in Cleveland, Greedy Williams. They got him in the second round, pick 49.
First round prospect.
Yeah, first round prospect. I had him as my top ranked corner, and he fell all the way to 49. So a great pick there by the Browns. You know, the Browns just did a great job. I mean, that fan base has certainly paid their dues, and they deserve a division-winning team, and they're going to get one this year.
Yeah, if Greedy Williams could tackle better, he would have been top, 20 pick.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Keep it right where it is, because I'm not changing mine either. I'm also going with the Browns. You guys have hit on most of it. Obviously, the addition of Odell Beckham Jr. is huge. Baker Mayfield, I'm not going to lie to you, when they picked him first overall last year, I thought Sam Darnold was a better quarterback than Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield has proven me wrong. I was never low on Baker Mayfield, and now I think that he's currently obviously the best quarterback out of the draft from what we've seen so far. Along with the defense, Ryan mentioned the Greedy Williams they added to that defense. Just a solid team, but yes, the expectations for the Browns are the Super Bowl. Everyone says after they got Odell, they said they're going to the Super Bowl, and if there's nothing less, then they didn't reach their expectations. I'm not going to say that expectations. I think the Browns will win their division, however, and we'll talk about playoffs in a later video, but I do have the Browns winning division. I kind of feel bad for Freddie Kitchens also, when I mentioned, because he's kind of a new coach with all these expectations, and if they even have a decent season, they could improve on, they could go 9-7 and lose or get a wild card spot and still be thought of as a disappointment. So he has high expectations. Browns winning division.
So we all got Cleveland winning the division. All right, then we've got the AFC East.
Yes, we do have the AFC East. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention there. So the AFC East, my pick is going to be the Patriots.
No way.
I know,
right? Wow.
Oh, wow. Yes. As I've said in other videos, I'm high on the Bills. I like the Jets as well. But I think the Patriots, I mean, they're just a team that always controls this division. I don't see it changing anytime soon. The Patriots are still a great team. I think they're going to be able to pull it out think they're going to have a good record, and I think they're going to be able to beat these teams in the division. Obviously, Tom Brady, my opinion, the GOAT. Don't at me.
I agree with you. He is the GOAT.
Yep, that was an at. But anyways, I mean, they have a good team. Julian Edelman, who was the MVP of the Super Bowl, he's great. They got N'Keal Harry. I mean, I really like that pick, and that defense is just always a solid defense. I've talked about that in a different video. So I like this Patriots team to win the division this year.
All right, I agree. I like the Patriots to win it as well. The Patriots are just a complete team. Like, some teams are really good here, but then they're not so good here. The Patriots are a complete team. They have solid players everywhere on the gridiron. Tom Brady, obviously, with that running game, they have a running back for every situation. And they got Sonny Michel, James White, Rex Burkhead, and now Damian Harris, who they drafted this year. So really just a diverse group of running backs that'll help them. Then you got Edelman, and as you said, N'Keal Harry. I know Gronk is gone, so that's something I'm eager to watch to see how Tom Brady handles that. But he's Tom Brady, so he'll be fine. Then the offensive line, actually one of the more underrated ones in the league.
Oh, yeah.
And then you got Isaiah Wynn, a first-round pick from 2018, who tore his Achilles, I believe, last year, is going to be back. So that'll be a huge addition for them, as if they needed one. And then on the defense, solid defense. I think the strength of their team is their offense, but their defense is still right up there with top 10 unit in the league. And, these Patriots, they're the Patriots. I really don't need to say much more. They're the Patriots. Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, best quarterback head coach duo ever. And that'll get them back into the playoffs as the division champ again.
Keep it right where it is again. This is kind of getting boring. We've all had the same picks for the first two divisions. Hopefully they get mixed up in the next two divisions, but I'm going with the Patriots as well.
I definitely will.
You guys have covered most things about the Patriots. N'Keal Harry is one pick that I want to point out because I love that N'Keal Harry pick. I was super high on N'Keal Harry in the draft process, where a lot of people didn't think he was a first round prospect. I kind of had him as a sleeper first round prospect. He was one of my favorite wide receivers coming out of the draft. I had him at 4. I had the Browns, and DK Metcalf above him, but I was still very high on him. Great pick at 32. I was super happy for N'Keal Harry. So we already covered most of it, but Patriots win that division. Nothing changes in the NFC East or AFC East.
Oh, we're gonna have some controversy
Here we
here.
go.
So this one is a really tough one for me. It comes down to two teams for me, and that's the Texans and the Colts. Now, I don't want to spoil anything, but I think those teams are going to be very, very similar. I think they're going to be very, very good teams, but I think it's going to end out, they're going to have the same record, and I think that the Texans will take the division. Now, I don't really know how the math works. I did it on this thing, but I'm guessing it's just...
That thing is playoffpredictors.com.
Yes, shout out to that. But it has the Texans winning. I believe the Texans or the Colts can win. I think it's a very good division. I think the Jaguars have a shot to get up there too, but I think the Texans are going to win, like I just said. And I'm not going to talk too much about them because I'm sure Ryan's going to fill us in on why he thinks the Texans are going to win the division. But I just like the team. DeAndre Hopkins, in my opinion, the best wide receiver in the league. At least he was last year. Don't at me again. But, I mean, they have a good defense. I mean, the Texans team is just a solid team. It's well-rounded. And I think this is the Texans' year if they're going to do good.
All right. So, the AFC South. It's a division that people have used... excuse me, I'm talking. That people have always made fun of and said, oh, that division is bad. But this division will actually be one of the NFL's best. And everyone's going to tell you just how great Andrew Luck is and how great that offensive lineman. And, he's going to talk about how great Paris Campbell is for 2 hours. But you know what? The Houston Texans are the best team in their division. They're getting overlooked because the Colts, they're getting all the attention. The Colts had a great draft class, apparently. The Jaguars got Nick Foles. They did. But the Texans are still good. This is still a team that won 9 consecutive games and made the playoffs after starting 0-3. People are just forgetting about them. I don't know why. Deshaun Watson is a top 8 quarterback in this league. DeAndre Hopkins is a top 1 receiver in this league. The offensive line is going to get better with Titus Howard and Max Sharping and Matt Khalil coming onto the team. Khalil via free agency, the other two via the draft. Lonnie Johnson is a rejuvenation of youth into that secondary, which needed one. I know Tyrann Mathieu's gone, but they got Deshaun Gibson from Jacksonville, a division rival, which will be good. This is a complete team. Lamar Miller is going to step it up with an improved offensive line. Deshaun Watson has a full year under his belt, which will be good. This is a big year, I feel like, for Bill O'Brien. He has to prove that he is the Texans' long-term answer at head coach and can make Deshaun Watson the best he can be. Their defense is just great. You got J.J. Watt, Jadeveon Clowney, Whitney Merciless, Bernardrick McKinney. Just one of the best defensive units in the NFL, better than that of the Colts. It'll be close. They're both good teams. They'll both be in the playoffs, but the Texans, not the Colts, will win the AFC South.
I do agree with you. I think it's going to be very close. It's going to be a very contested division. Although, yes, I'm going to be one of those guys that Ryan was talking about and saying how great the Colts are going to be. I really do think the Colts are going to be one of the best teams in the NFL this year, let alone in their division. However, I do think the Texans are going to be a great team as well. I just think that, yes, the Colts were a great team last year. And they added new additions, of course. Let's just talk about their first two picks. Paris in the draft. Whatever. Paris Campbell and Rocky Sin. Those were two. Rocky Sin was a first-round prospect for a while. You saw him flying around in mock draft. So was Paris Campbell. And they were able to get them later on in the draft. So that's great drafting by the Colts. As well as having Andrew Luck as your quarterback, one of the best quarterbacks in the league, a better quarterback than Deshaun Watson, in my opinion. What, you don't think?
I think if they switched offensive line, then their stats would switch as well.
I still think Andrew Luck. I still think Andrew Luck is the better. Yes, we've had many arguments about this before.
We could do a video on it too.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
All right, so yes, I'm going with the Colts for a lot of reasons. They have so much depth and so much more cap space that they can use later on to even create a dynasty.
Oh, a dynasty. You're going big. Not just this year. You're going a dynasty.
Dynasty when Andrew Luck is going to get old and retire?
Andrew Luck is not that old yet.
How old is Andrew Luck? That's a good question, actually.
Looking it up right now.
42. No kidding. Yeah, so first controversy in the AFC here.
29. No, he's not old. Wow. Oops. That's my bad.
Yeah, injury history, though, that's something to watch out for.
That beard just makes
Deshaun
him look
Watson
old.
is in injury history.
Yes, but he's younger. And he didn't have a injury where they didn't know if he would play again.
Yes, and Andrew Luck was able to come back from that, showing how resilient he is.
He disappeared for a year. Deshaun Watson was still, like,
He went to
there.
Russia.
He went somewhere. He went to, like, Europe or
I
something.
don't know where he went. I just said Russia.
He did.
And he's still a great quarterback. It doesn't matter where you went.
Oh, I think that thing died.
All right.
That's okay.
Anyways, next division is not going to pop up on there. The AFC West. Yes.
Well, unfortunately, I don't think we're going to have much controversy in this division.
Yeah.
The teams are not up there, but I'll name off the teams. We have the Chiefs, the Chargers, the Raiders, and the Broncos in this division. I'm going to have to choose the Chiefs. To be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the Chiefs. I don't really know why.
Paul Rudd likes the Chiefs.
Yeah. Okay.
So therefore, I like the Chiefs.
But
Love you, Paul Rudd.
just because I'm not a huge fan of them does not mean that I don't think they're going to be good. I think they're going to be a really good team this year. I think that a lot of people are expecting them to be a lot better than they are. I think they still do have weaknesses. And, of course, they did add to their defense, but I feel like they could have added. The defense is still a little bit weak. That offense is really good, but Kareem Hunt is obviously not in the team anymore. So they need to find that position, which I don't really know what they've done. I'll look it up after this. But I think the Chiefs, they're going to be a really good team. It's hard to say. They just had the reigning MVP, Patrick Mahomes, a great player, 50-plus touchdowns last year. It's something that's rarely reached in the NFL. So, big props to him. I think that offense is going to keep it going. But Chiefs are going to win that division.
All right, I'm going to zoom in on the imaginary Chiefs logo because the Chiefs are going to win the division. Jordan is correct. 3 main reasons. Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and improvements to their defense. The Chiefs' receiving core is not great, but he has Travis Kelce, who's almost like a really good receiver. He's almost like another receiver. He's a very good tight end who can catch and block, and one of the best in the game. He's a top 3 tight end, right up there with Zach Ertz and George Kittle. We do have to see how the Tyreek Hill situation plays out. I'm sure Chiefs fans are anxiously awaiting the results of that. I don't know what's going to happen. Running backs, but the offensive line is good. They made some good defensive additions like Frank Clark and Tyrann Mathieu. Tyrann Mathieu being the safety, Frank Clark on the D lineman. This is a team that could have been a coin toss away from a Super Bowl appearance, and they're going to be good again. Patrick Mahomes is going to be just as good. I don't think he'll go into a sophomore slump. Mahomes is great. if they could just get one receiver, maybe rookie Mecole Hardman, just step up, I think their offense could be one of the league's best.
And just to fill in on the running backs here, probably the top ones, Damian Williams. They drafted Darrell Williams. I don't know how to say it. And they also have Carlos Hyde, so they have a group of decent running backs, so we'll see how that's going to play out this year. As also Anthony Sherman. I think he's a fullback, though. But he's good. All right. I'm also agreeing with these two. I'm going with the Chiefs. I'm going to kind of cut it short here. But yes, it's going to be difficult for Patrick Mahomes to repeat what he did last year, how amazing that was. He's still going to have a solid year. He'll be close to what he had last year. I don't think he's going to have the year he had last year. Still MVP worthy, but not what he did last year. Ryan also mentioned Mecole Hardman. That was a great pick. If they lose Tyreek Hill, that would probably be their number one receiver. And their second round pick was Juan Thornhill, who was also someone that I think can help their defense out a lot. So some ups and downs for the Chiefs in the offseason, but I still think they win the division. And with that is going to be our AFC division winner predictions. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment if you think we're right, if we're wrong, who you would pick.
Especially on the AFC South. I want to hear what you guys think on that.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, we'll see you guys later. Bye, honey.
See ya.